Hello, welcome back. Today we're talking about the difference between will, going to, and something else. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. What we usually hear is that we're supposed to use will when we're talking about a distant future. However, you will definitely hear native speakers using going to, for example, I am going to travel next December, when something is happening a year from now. So hold on a minute, a year from now is not exactly something happening soon, it's more like a distant future, right? That's right. So this is what we're talking about today. You will hear native speakers using going to even when something is happening a year from now. Did you hear what I just said? When something is happening. Whoa! So I did not say when something will happen, and I did not say when something is going to happen. Instead, I said when something is happening a year from now. But Patricia, I'm really confused because I saw that in my grammar book and I heard my teacher explaining it in class that is happening is about right now. But in your sentence, you're saying is happening about a year from now. What? Exactly. So we're talking about three different ways to talk about the future. Will, going to, and ing. As the future. Great. Let me tell you two sentences. I'm going to buy a house. I'm going to buy a house because I made a plan. Great. However, I'm buying a house this year. I am buying, although it's not right now, it's this year, maybe 6 months from now, because it's a plan. And I know for a fact it's going to happen. Maybe I saved money or I got a loan from the bank, so I know that I will definitely be able to buy a house. So that is the difference between I'm going to buy a house and I'm buying a house. It's a small difference, but it's important that you guys think about this. Because when you're talking to native speakers, when you're watching things in English, you will hear these two structures and you will probably start to think about the difference. And this is practically the difference between the two. If I say to you, however, I will buy a house, this means one day. I don't know when. I don't have a plan, but I know I will. So all of these three sentences are about the same thing, but they all have a slightly different meaning. Now look at this situation. Maybe you say to me, Patricia, remember to call me, and I'll say to you, I will. So hold on a minute, I will, because you don't know when, because there is no date? No. That's not the reason why. It's because it's kind of a promise, I will. So I am reassuring you. This means I am telling you, you don't need to worry, I will call you. So this is a very normal way to use will as well. When you're talking about the idea, not literally, the idea of a promise. Don't worry. This will happen. So for instance, don't forget to close the window because we never know if it's going to rain. And maybe you say to me, yep, sure, I will. You're making me feel at ease. You're telling me, Patricia, don't worry, I will. So it's good to know that one because we use it all the time in real life conversations. What I want to do now is give you 10 very useful sentences about real life using going to and using ing as well for you to be able to see the small difference. If there is a difference, there are times there isn't a difference because of the context of the situation, but for you to start to notice how this works. Supposedly, you are at a party and you're not feeling like you want to stay anymore, so you decide you want to leave. So you say, I'm going to leave, which is the same as I'm gonna leave. Exactly the same. Gonna is going to, spoken in a very fast way, it ended up becoming a word. I'm gonna leave. That's great. However, if I say, I'm leaving, it means right now. Like, I actually decided, I've got my bag, you know, my husband's in the car, literally, I am leaving. Like, it's something I decided to do. Not because it's happening now, because I am not outside, I'm still at the party. It's the idea that it's going to happen in a couple of minutes and I know when, and everything is ready for this to happen. Second situation, you're not so happy at work, okay? You would say maybe to your colleague or to a member of your family, you would say, I'm going to look for another job. I am going to look for another job. It's something you decided to do. However, if you say, that's it, I'm looking for another job, it means something happened at work, you're not happy, whoa, you had enough of this place, of your job, of your salary. That's it, I'm looking for another job. It doesn't mean you're looking right now, it means you decided and you know when this is going to happen. It's going to happen as of today. Done. If it's a job interview, you would say something like, I know I'm going to be great at this job. That's fine because you believe this, you are hoping you're going to get the job, so I know I'm going to be great. If you say, however, I am being great at this job, it doesn't make sense. So be careful, okay? This is the thing about grammar rules. They don't apply to every situation. So how do I know that you can't say, I'm being great at this job? Yes, as the future, because it sounds horrible. So I know this is not something native speakers use, which is why I always say to you guys, rules help sometimes, like when you're talking about will going to, it helps to, you know, make you guys kind of understand there is more than just will to talk about the future. But at the same time, you don't want to be so, you know, serious about rules that you can't bend rules, that you can't understand that maybe in this situation it sounds horrible, so it doesn't work. Rules apply, but there is always an exception to the rule. Yay, brilliant. If you're having an argument with somebody, that is, you know, like you're talking to each other in not a nice way, you're arguing, okay? Maybe you could say, I'm going to stop trying with you. I'm going to stop trying. So you decided right now, I'm going to stop trying. If you say, I'm not trying anymore, see the difference? I am not trying anymore. It's not about this second. It's something you know for a fact it's going to happen. That's it. I'm not trying anymore. Done. It's very similar to the situation about the job. That's it. I'm finding another job. That's it. I'm not trying anymore. You see? And this is so used by native speakers. It's worth really trying to use this. Start small with those examples I'm giving you and start using it slowly. If it's a love conversation, like you're talking to somebody you love, you would say, I'm going to stay with you forever. I'm going to stay with you forever. Great. However, if you say, I'm staying forever, it's like, yes, this is a big decision in my life. I'm staying forever. So is there really a big difference? Not a big difference, not a big difference. But I need you guys to start thinking about this because it's something used by native speakers. And you guys always say to me that you want to sound more natural. And in order to sound more natural, you have got to notice tiny details. Now we're going to talk about sentences with the same context that we used before, but using will for you to see the small difference there is between them, okay? So if you are at a party and you say to somebody, I'll give you a call soon, it's the future, definitely, but you just don't know exactly when this will happen. So I'll give you a call soon. It's the idea of a promise. It's not literally a promise. If you're thinking about changing jobs with situation number 2, as we spoke before, you would say, I'll just find something more challenging. So I'll find means I decided I want to do this. I don't know when exactly this will happen, but I will. I believe this will come true. If it's a job interview, you would say, thank you so much for this opportunity. I'll do my best to impress you. I'll do my best. I will do my best means I am kind of making you a little promise here, you see? If you're having an argument, remember an argument is a fight, like a verbal fight. You would say, I'll never forget what you're saying to me. I'll never forget. I will never forget. You see, it's different to saying I'm never going to forget. It's, you know, I will never forget is more like, yeah, I promise you. You're not promising anything, but this is the idea behind it, kind of ish. Again, if it's a love conversation, you would say, I'll always be there for you. I'll always be there for you. I will always be there for you. I'm kind of making you a promise here. I hope it's helped you, but I want you to remember, with this kind of grammar rule, it really is so much more effective for you to do what I did now, for you to be listening to what people are saying and ask yourself, interesting, why did you say will here? Ask yourself these questions so that you can start to understand these things more naturally. And remember, repeat what you hear. You don't have to be making up amazing sentences in your head. Just repeat exactly what you hear. Use those sentences I just taught you. Use them so you can remember how to use things, all right? Thank you for coming. Enjoy this video. I hope that it has been helpful to you. Don't forget to leave a comment down below letting me know if it's clear, if you need more videos about this subject. I'll see you all next week, that's for sure.